Okay, today our lesson is going to be about multiplying using partial products. So really what we sort of need to talk about then is really what does it mean by partial products? So partial products is what we're going to look at first. Okay, so as we multiply, we can look at each place, just like we did with the expanded form. Well, partial products is kind of like the same thing. So let's look at a quick problem. Let's look at 243 times 4. Okay, so remember when we talked about this, this was really like 200 plus 40 plus 3, remember? So thinking about how that works, we can use this number 4 right here and multiply by each of these partial products. So 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16 with 1 0. And 4 times 2 is 8 and 2 zeros. So this is where all those are coming from. So it's really like that 200 times 4, 40 times 4, and 3 times 4. Actually, I wrote those all in the wrong places, so hold on, let me change those around. So it looks like this first, 3 times 4, then 40 times 4, and then 200 times 4. So I guess it really doesn't matter, to be quite honest, which way you do that. So you can start at that 4 times 3 first, or you can start at the 4 times 2 first, either way. Because afterwards, what you're going to do is you're going to add those together to get 2. 6 plus 1 is 7, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So it kind of all works out that way. All right, so let's try one more. Okay, so similar kind of problem. 436 times 5. So let's start here. 5 times 6 is 30. Then we're going to move on to the 3. But the 3 is really not a 3. It's really like a 30. So remember, just like in expanded form, it's really 30. So 5 times 30 is 150. And then 5 times 400 is 20 and 2 zeros. So that's where that's coming from. So this was 5 times 6, 5 times 30, and 5 times 400. Remember basic fact, and the 2 zeros gives us 2,000. 5 times 3, the basic fact is 15 with 1 0, and then 5 times 6 is 30. So if we added all that up together, 0, 0, and 0 is 0. 3 plus 5 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 0 is 1. And 2. Bring it down. Okay, so I'm going to give you one to do by yourself. Try to follow that same pattern that we just did. So let's try one by yourself, and I'll kind of help you out a little bit as we go, but we'll still time it. So let's do 125 times 3. Okay, 125 times 3, and let's move this over, and I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. So let's think about a minute and 10 seconds. Well, let's make it a little longer, 15 seconds. Okay, go ahead and try. Think about what the expanded form would be. Okay. Multiply each of those partial products. And after you do each of those partial products, you should have 3, and then add those 3 together. You should be almost done. Okay, and you should have your answer right about now. Okay, so let's stop right there. Good. Timer's done. Move that out the way. So let's look to see how you did it. First, we have the 3 times 5, which is 15. And I'm just going to write this out here so that way I can keep track of what I've done already. And then we have 3 times 2, but it's really 3 times 20 because that 2 is in the tens place. So our basic fact, 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 0 makes it a 60. And then we have 3 times 100, and our basic fact is 3 times 1, and our 2 zeros. So after you've done that, add, and you should have that answer of 375. So check your paper, see where the errors were. If you made any mistakes, see what you did incorrectly so you can correct it. Alright, so now let's try some on your own. Let's try 2 of them on your own, and let's see how you do. Okay, so let's try number 1 and number 2. Here are the 2 problems I'd like you to try by yourself. 546 times 3 and 685 times 4. Okay, so try both of those problems. And if you need to pause the video, go ahead, but try both of those problems and then come and show Mr. Chandler.